Hi guys, Lee Newton here, reminding you to check in with SourceFed because we're covering the vice presidential debates live right after the debates on the 11th. So come on over, come, play, watch, enjoy, get informed. Hi, I'm Lee Newton, welcome back to SourceFed. With the newly chosen Paul Ryan by Mitt Romney's side and the veteran VP Joe Biden by Barack Obama's side, it makes you wonder, what does a vice president do? Why are they so important? In today's media-heavy world, some of the things said by these men can be more influential than the men they stand beside. So what does the vice president of the United States do? I mean, is he a sidekick? Is he the Robin to a Batman, the Scooby to a Shaggy? Is he the Goose to a Maverick? Is he a right-hand man? Or is he just the first in line should something happen to the president? You know, in case of a natural disaster, another Watergate, or if he turns out to be an alien? The simple answer is yes, but there is a little bit more to the role of vice president than just that. When the president nominee selects someone to be his vice presidential running mate, both names go into the ballot for election. And actually until 1940, the nominating party selected who the vice presidential nominee was going to be. The VP nominee also has to have the same requirements as the president: natural-born citizen, at least 35 years of age, and a resident of the country for at least 14 years. So sorry to those of you that wanted to run your campaign from France. Once the president and vice president, or VP, is elected, the VP is not just sitting around waiting for the man above to kick the bucket. One of his jobs is acting as presiding officer of the Senate. In that role, the VP actually holds the tiebreaker vote if the Senate is 50-50 deadlock. Like, you know, do they order Thai food or do they go with the burger joint that they wanted, even though Lieberman keeps complaining about his gout? The VP doesn't necessarily need to be there for every Senate vote or meeting, and usually they pick someone else to preside over those votes. And more often than not, they choose the longest running senator to serve as the president pro tempore. So, you know, that guy can choose if Debbie gets to order the salad from the new salad joint down the way. The presiding officer of the Senate also has to count the electoral votes in an election, essentially announcing the win, and sometimes, you know, say if the previous vice president is now running for president, it can get weird. I.e. back in 2000 when Al Gore had to announce his own defeat. Bigger and better things, Al. Bigger and better things. The VP also handles a lot of dignitary functions for the president and is sometimes selected as a representative for other countries' ceremonies. He also speaks on behalf of the president when visiting places across the United States. I say he because we have yet to have a female vice president. I mean, that's okay. If anyone's looking for a running mate, I will be 35 and count me in. Another interesting role for the vice president, and possibly the reason why I am desperately seeking to put my name in the running, is their affiliation with space and ocean exploration. The VP serves as chairman of the board for the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA. The VP has a role in whether or not we're going to Mars again or exploring the deepest depths of the ocean. In fact, the official residence of the VP is at the United States Naval Observatory in Washington, D.C. And did you know he also serves as a board member on the Smithsonian Institute? Man, I bet this guy gets to swim with dolphins and see dinosaur bones. Sign me up, guys, seriously. The sidekick VP is also typically considered the primary advisor to the president on all matters, but it wasn't until after 1949 that the role as military advisor was clear. Technically, the president didn't have to advise his VP on what his military decisions were going to be, and the Senate eventually saw flaw in this and created a law stating that the VP is a member of the National Security Council. That's a lot of work that you would think actually deserved a lot of pay, but the reality is the vice president only makes a little over $220,000 a year. So when you elect a president, don't think of his running mate as just the number 2 guy. Overall, 14 vice presidents have gone on to become president, including Thomas Jefferson, Teddy Roosevelt, Harry Truman, Calvin Coolidge, and many, many more. So consider that your number 2 guy could easily become your number 1. And consider them carefully. And guys, what do you think of the current VP running mates? Let us know in the comment section down below. And of course, click on that like and subscribe button, click the annotation down below, or go to SourceFed.com for our 5 daily stories and every other story we've ever done. I'm Lee Newton. Bye. Guys, remember, October 11th, tune in right after the vice presidential debates right here at SourceFed. We'll be covering it live.